This is unfortunately why I have to get out of Cusco, and will have to hold on in completing my work with these temples. There are just so many dark shamans here, and they hate me. They really truly hate me. I just turned the camera on here because I was, can we see the rock face? I was climbing up that rock face, and they had planted, because they know, I mean, there's not so many people, you know, coming around and doing this. And they had planted broken glass in all sorts of spots where it would be normal for me to travel. And they've been doing this in a variety of the temples. Actually almost all the temples I work with, they've been planting these well, this is kind of gonna be difficult with I'm gonna switch hands here. So in almost all the temples I've been working with, they've been planting broken glass, shards of glass. And I'm not just saying, like, you know, maybe somebody broke a bottle, but like they broke like a whole bunch of bottles, and then they after doing so decided to go around throwing the shards of glass in places where, because I know of the connection with the earth, needing to walk barefoot, other spiritual people who will be doing these type of things when they come here will know of this as well. That rubber, you're in a car and you get hit by electricity, that rubber tires are going to keep you from being damaged. Every shoe has a rubber sole that's completely disconnecting our electromagnetic selves from the earth. So okay, so you're walking around in a city, yeah, keep your shoes on, but if you're in some sort of sacred spot with a whole bunch of earth, like look at this. Look at this earth here. So if you're here, you're not gonna want to have your shoes on. So I left my shoes. Where did I leave my I left my shoes over there. Actually, I climbed up the whole thing, you know, throwing the shoes up step by step. My feet are bare. I just cleaned this hole out because it's a pretty important hole of glass. Like not so long ago, a couple days ago. Oh, strange place for all sorts of shards of various colors of broken glass. But I'll turn it on real quick over there to show you. This is not kidding around. They're like walking around like singing, I hate you, you hate me, we hate life, and yada yada yada, stop the ascension, throwing broken glass around sacred areas where people are going to be walking barefoot. And there's a lot of negative attention on me. I've been activating these temples pretty powerfully. I've been bringing people here to these temples to activate them, and the darkness doesn't like that, and it's kind of weird because it yeah, they don't like that. So I'm not really like quite so strong enough to be dealing with, I don't know how many actual like non-physical and physical beings. I mean, I've seen at least 4 different people in black watching me while I've been doing different things up here, like from a distance, just watching me. And so I know there's at least, and I think there's a whole group of these kind of dark shamans, dark sorcerers, you know, trying to keep this really important part of the earth from being reactivated. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Well, then if it's that important, then you better keep activating it. But no, it's kind of effed my life up quite a bit, and I need to go get out of that and like re-fertilize myself, and maybe have a group of people that, you know, are like aligned with activating these temples and making this. And plus, I actually kind of think the earth is going to rain some destruction on this part, and by that I mean that there's going to be incredibly intense rains, and one, it's gonna open up a lot more of these in between now and 2015. So maybe, you know, I did some good work. Maybe I don't know, I probably doubt I'll wait till 2015 to come back. But I do think that that the earth is going to be bringing a lot of rain. The rainy season is supposed to start in January. You should have seen it last night coming down. And the dried up river that the corporate Coca-Cola connected water company Sedpal of Cusco dried up, making pipes connecting to the fancy, you know, $200 a night tourist hotels all over Cusco, and even the less fancy ones. All the water, the waste, you know, the people needing to get their sheets washed every day, all that stuff with the hotels actually dried up some really beautiful, important rivers. There was like a week of rains a month before the rainy season was supposed to start. The river's flowing pretty nicely again. The natural pools looking pretty beautiful with clean water, not stagnant, you know, like stagnant, dirty, like death water. And I knew, I felt this. I know the mother's gonna do this here, because the people aren't waking up. They want money. They just want that money. They want easy money. They want, you know, they're not looking for the spirit. I mean, Jesus, like, how am I the only one? How am I the only one out here, like, working with these temples? It's almost beyond imaginable, like the spiritual power that they have, and just even just, you know, like the how interesting they are, and yet there's empty, and there's not a single native to Cusco doing any of this stuff. And so they're not saying I want consciousness. They're not saying, oh, I believe in, you know, interdimensional integration, my higher self, and all that. And so, being this an important part of the earth, and many people have been saying that there's been like a time, I think there are 7, I also heard Drunvalo Melkovich say this, I heard Darrow 7 say this, I heard various people say this, I heard some other woman say this. There's been a timeline put in place for the dark beings to get out of here. So maybe there's like some sort of galactic help to like stop Earth from being in the same cycle that it's been in for hundreds of 26,000 year cycles. And I'll be really proud of that, because I think I'm like one of these, I think I've been like reincarnating at like these specific points and dealing with seeing my people fail again and again and again, and that makes it like kind of depressing. Whatever, I hope they're right. I hope there's 250,000 different forms of consciousness right now watching the planet and surrounding the planet. I hope there's a timeline given to the negative entities to get out of the planet. I'm totally rooting for that, because I do know that well, I explained it in the last video, so why explain it again? Anyway, I just felt like sharing that with you, because get a little support, you know. I have to leave this work and do other work, you know. I'm still doing work. I'll probably end up doing better work, because obviously you've seen my YouTube shit has just like kind of disappeared, and so there was a reason for that. It wasn't like I just decided, I don't want to help people grow consciously anymore. No, it was because my life, so many problems, so many things with police, things with all sorts of more problems than you could imagine. Yeah, it just really brought me down. And I don't like the blame shift. I know I have a source in here that's like infinite, but you gotta like there. I do know that this dark energy was a large part of my slow progression into getting more and more weak and weak, and I feel myself ending it, and that also, and it's also coming with a decision of leaving Cusco. So that's that. Where you'll be seeing me next, who knows? But you'll be seeing more of me. I gotta get away from this. I mean, I love this. Like right here I'm at this specific meditation chair that's for that you get your mudra. It like actually like select, like look at it. You plug into the rock, you get your mudra going, and it's just like a joy booster. I don't have a big enough rock to show you. All of this right here, all of this is hollow. It's hollow. So somehow they like opened this temple up, or maybe they built this temple out of sculpting. Impossible for us to imagine, you know, when they were like fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional. I think it was the Lumerians. The Lumerians started like integrating higher dimensions into 3D. And so that would allow you to kind of just manipulate physical things like stone, air, water, all that. And this is hollow. And that's pretty, it's a really powerful meditation chair. It's really great to, you know, amp yourself up with some joy. But anyway, you can do that anywhere. Just joy, and you amp yourself up with joy. So it's not like you need some like super temple to do it. It's all within. Like seriously? Am I supposed to believe that's an accident, or is that like supposed to be like some sort of scare tactic that you know, they're just kind of throwing broken glass everywhere so that innocent, unexpecting spiritual victims can come in and get their feet cut. All over. It's all over. Every single sacred spot is just strewn about broken glass. Joy, 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 joy.